Alright everyone, and oh my god, welcome back to NXT AOP attacking Xavier Woods from behind, and what is going on here? Big E coming to help out? What? Alright everyone, and welcome back to NXT here in WWE 2K20 Universe Mode. And you might be wondering, Christina, why is Bayley's stuff right here? And why is she out here tonight? Well, we're going to follow up on that in just a moment when we get through our intro, but welcome back. I'm Christina. Okay, Greg Hamilton.
Making her way to the ring from San Jose, California, Bayley.
So like I was about to say, welcome back. I'm Christina, aka that Variety Nerd, and today we are jumping back into more WWE 2K20 Universe Mode. And so, why is Bayley a Raw superstar coming on over? We're not doing any sort of the weird things where it's like they get 4 times to come on over to the brand. No, we are introducing a brand new tournament. That is right. We are introducing the Queen of the Ring tournament. So as always, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all the fun YouTube stuff, and also click on all the links in the description down below for more content, including social media, Twitch, all that good stuff. I should be streaming on Twitch today, actually, so that should be a lot of fun. We'll be playing some Sim stuff, so there you have it. But the first half of the bracket will be down in the description down below as well, so that way you all can keep track at home and have fun with your own brackets. So here's the scoop. So essentially I wanted to do Queen of the Ring because I found, oh, okay, well we should probably utilize some of our talent. That makes sense to me. So what I've decided to do is start it this week, and then it should culminate in the finals at Royal Rumble, or Royal Rumble type of pay-per-view event, which I don't know what we're going to call it yet. We might call it Worlds Collide, some sort of variation there. We're trying to figure out. I like the Worlds Collide thing with the Rumble theme to it. So we might run with that and just kind of go from there. But for right now, we have Bayley taking on Nia Jax right here tonight. A throwback to the OG NXT days right here tonight. So here we go. Bayley and Nia Jax in the lockup. We will also be seeing our NXT superstars in action tonight for the Queen of the Ring tournament. Queen of the Ring tournament will also get their fair share at an opportunity at a women's championship, and notice the word a women's championship, meaning that it could go either way. So we'll still have the women's rumble, we'll still have the men's rumble, but Queen of the Ring, they're going to go for, you know, It's here to elevate everybody. That's kind of the mindset of that, and give everybody a fair shake at being on the card, that sort of thing. So if you're wondering why in upcoming weeks we'll have like 2 or 3 women's matches, maybe 4 or 5 matches on the card total, that is why. And so we'll have a couple of Raw matches, we'll have a couple of NXT matches, that sort of thing, because at some point they're all going to mix and match with each other. As you might see in the bracket that I have come up with and pushed out and published, however you want to phrase it. So tonight we will also be seeing Dakota Kai taking on, who do I have her against? Like, who do we got facing each other in this thing? Oh my god. We will also be seeing Rhea Ripley and Ronda Rousey in the main event, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We will also be seeing Dakota Kai and Asuka in our first round matchup as well. And we will also see the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, in action here tonight as well. All the timestamps are in the description down below, and at the top of the comment. My voice is kind of going out. So again, apologies. My voice is kind of going out again for some weird reason. I probably just need to rest it. You know, voice rest is always good medicine, that sort of thing. So, which is funny because it's like, Christina, we've been under, like, quarantine and all this kind of crazy stuff, right? Well, your voice can still go out if you're a content creator, or if you're working from home, like telework, or if you're communicating with, like, loved ones and stuff like that. But rest assured, we will have our Takeover event. It will be our wonderful Wonderful, wonderful. We'll figure out which city it's at while we're at it. But Bayley and Nia Jax on the outside of the ring. So apologies, I'm making all these announcements as we are kickstarting off this Queen of the Ring tournament. We just sort of need things to happen, right? Right. And a winner must be decided, so if it goes to a count out, then we're gonna just restart the thing. We're at a 4 count. Nia Jax, huge clothesline. Oh boy, here we go. Nia Jax, huge clothesline onto Bayley. Could this be Nia Jax's moment here? We're about to find out, people. We're at an 8 count. Nia Jax throwing Bayley right into the turnbuckle post. Oh, that was a close 10 count, and Nia Jax on the outside here tonight. Bayley does not want the match to end this way, nor does anybody else want it to end this way. But again, the bracket is down in the description down below for the first half, and the second half will be unveiled Monday, because we have our Takeover event coming up on Thursday. So we will have it be taking place in good old Philadelphia. That is right, people. We're going to Philly. It's all good. Well, I don't know actually where we're going. Can we get like an answer on that? Where are we going? Well, it's in the middle of December, so I don't know how strategic that would be to be in the Midwest or the Northeast. But to be fair, I remember I went to a live event. No, it was actually Monday Night Raw. And it was like negative 10 degrees outside. So I think because of that, I think Takeover Cleveland should be a good fitting title, because it is December in the game, and that's when all the snow starts to unfold, is around December. So Takeover Cleveland it is, and I am probably just saying that because that's where my hometown is. So there you have it. Bayley going for the cover, and Bayley going on to the next round. So there you have it. We are having Takeover Cleveland this upcoming Thursday, which I realize sounds kind of crazy, but here we are. And here we go. Bayley with a huge win right here. Nia Jax standing up. What's she gonna do? We're gonna find out. What is Nia Jax up to here? There we go. Some sportswomanship from Nia Jax to Bayley. A huge win here tonight for Bayley as she moves on to the second round of the Queen of the Ring tournament. And here we go, and oh my god, Samoa Joe going right after Roman Reigns here tonight. Of course, these two have been kind of back at each other's throats a little bit, to say the least. Both men returning from their last whereabouts way back when at TakeOver Melbourne, which feels like it just happened yesterday, but it didn't. So yeah, these two are facing off at TakeOver Cleveland. I shamelessly plugged my own hometown as a TakeOver location. That's kind of where they're at. But here we are. So yeah, TakeOver Cleveland is happening this Thursday. Should be up at noon Eastern time. So there you have it. Noon Eastern time, 11 a.m. Central time. And I don't know, I'm feeling I'm forgetting some other coasts. Well, if you are over in the UK and in that region over there, should be 5 p.m. That sounds about right. And then, of course, on the West Coast, that would be about, what, 9 a.m.? Yeah, that sounds right. So I think I covered at least some of the major ones. I know there's Mountain Time, I think. That's like, what, 10 a.m. then? Because it's 2 hours behind. I think we got all the different time zones. But either way around, these two have been at it for the last couple of weeks. Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns making their first appearances back since, well, Samoa Joe lost the NXT Championship at TakeOver Melbourne to Drew McIntyre, the current champion, who will be defending against Sheamus. And then, of course, Roman Reigns in a losing effort as well. Well, I'm pretty positive it might have been earlier. It's so hard to keep track sometimes, but here we are. But we haven't seen Samoa Joe since he lost the NXT Championship a little while ago, and it's been a little bit of time since we saw Roman Reigns as well. So there you go. That's kind of where we're at, people. That's where we're at. These two both have something to prove. They want to belong here on the roster and just get back in that title picture, go after championships, that sort of thing. So that's kind of where everything's going at right here. So yeah, we have Takeover Cleveland coming up, so there you have it. I'm excited, you all should be excited as well. Should be a good time. And then we will have our Worlds Collide show, essentially, which is going to be like the equivalent of Royal Rumble. We'll still have the Rumble matches. And what is going on with the cameras? I got like so confused. I got so confused. Oh god, I just got like so confused. I'm not even joking. Oh wait, no, it wasn't at Melbourne, I don't think, right? That sounds about right. That sounds about right. I'm like trying to pinpoint where exactly the last time Samoa Joe was spotted. Yes, so we haven't seen Samoa Joe since episode 23, which was when he lost the championship, but it's been a little bit longer since we've seen Roman Reigns. So there's that. So both of these dudes got quite a bit to prove. We've also seen some interesting developments unfold with Big E making the save to Xavier Woods after kind of betraying his New Day member mates, brothers, you know. But, like I said, we'll see how things unfold tonight. But for right now, Samoa Joe gaining momentum after attacking Roman Reigns backstage. People, we've got a stacked show ahead. Let's continue. And here we are, next matchup about to go underway here tonight. Gallows and Anderson meet the tag team champions from Raw, the Street Profits.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 505 pounds, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Well, there you have it. Gallows and Anderson on the way down to the ring here tonight. And we've still got two more first round Queen of the Ring matches as well. So yeah, lots of interesting developments. Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns set to take on each other at Takeover Cleveland. So that should be quite interesting as well. But Gallows and Anderson have been instigating a little bit in the tag team division. So we're going to see what all unfolds as they take on the Raw Tag Team Champions. As I mentioned in a previous episode, it might have been either last episode or the episode before that, but we will officially have cross-branded tag team. We will have a cross-branded tag team division, so the championships will be unified at TakeOver Cleveland. So that should be quite interesting. Should be a fun matchup as well between the Street Profits and Mustache Mountain, the current reigning NXT Tag Team Champions. So it should be a fun matchup to see unfold.
At a combined weight of 492 pounds, the WWE Tag Team Champions, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the Street Profits.
And here we go, the Street Profits making their way down to the ring. Again, they are the Raw Tag Team Champions. So, we're going to see what happens next for this team. If they're going to win here tonight, that could be a good momentum booster for them. If Gallows and Anderson wins, then, well, they could very well potentially be the first contenders for the Unified Tag Team Championships. Again, we're working on the design. We're trying to narrow things down. There's a lot going on. I guess apparently they wanted to go after them right there. But here we go. The Street Profits bringing the energy. They want the smoke against the Good Brothers here tonight. Should be very interesting to see what all happens. And quite frankly, this is a matchup that it's going to be quite interesting to say the least. But here we go, people. You can feel the love in this crowd for NXT here tonight. Normally people would be booing Gallows and Anderson, but I think they have the home field advantage simply because, well, they're on NXT. But here we go. Luke Gallows inside the ring right now with Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits. We were going to see what happens here tonight. As mentioned earlier, we're going to have more Queen of the Ring tournament action. Again, the first half of the bracket is up. Second half will be also available for your enjoyment and just following along with everything on our Monday episode, just because we don't want to give, potential spoilers or anything like that, that sort of thing. And some of it's going to be impacted by what all goes down at Takeover Cleveland. So it sounds so stupid that I'm using like my hometown as a takeover location, but I think it makes sense. Ohio has an interesting history with sports entertainment, professional wrestling, however you want to label it as. But here we go. Carl Anderson in here for, well, Gallows and Anderson for the Good Brothers. There we go. That works. So here we go. Dawkins still in there for the Street Profits. Frequent tags in and out should help just fine. And I am tired, but here we are. Sorry about that. I have like an actual notebook. I found like a spare notebook laying around, and so now I jot down all my crazy ideas in it. So I think y'all are gonna quite enjoy what we've got lined up here. I'm thinking long term and short term, and I think that's kind of when you know you've got something going. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen after this series ends, because I don't want it to end, but I know it's going to end at WrestleMania, or at least it's equivalent to it. That's what we're still trying to iron out over here still. There will be a show. We're only going to have one takeover event between our Worlds Collide event, which I think is going to be a bit more fitting, all things considering, and also with our WrestleMania or WrestleMania equivalent. We're probably going to keep it at WrestleMania. It's just going to be a very long freaking show, probably, because you know it. But to be fair, we're going to focus on quality over quantity. That's how we've always been around here. But we're going to do it in a way that's going to make sense, I think. So that's what's going to happen. So here we go. Luke Gallows going right for Montez Ford. Apologies if I sound very tired. My sleep's been kind of acting up a little bit. My voice is cracking, which is friggin' fantastic. But we've got a couple more matchups coming up here tonight for our Queen of the Ring tournament. Dakota Kai and Asuka. Bayley, who just won earlier tonight, she will take on the winner of next week's match between Io Shirai and Candice LeRae, both from Raw. So that should be a fun matchup. And then the winner of the Ripley and Rousey match will take on the winner of Dakota Kai and Asuka. So that's going to be an interesting little bracket within a bracket sort of situation. But I think y'all are going to enjoy the tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll add more matches. We'll do less promos. We'll do whatever we can. But I've got some ideas marinating, to say the least. But if you do want more universe mode after we get through with WrestleMania, which shouldn't be, it's like it shouldn't be that long into the future, but I feel like it's going to be closer whether we know it or not, because we've only got 2 weeks essentially in terms of like, oh, okay, 3 weeks worth of NXT, followed up by the 2 episodes, whatever. I will be transparent. We're doing a 2-part like Worlds Collide event. Like, there's no way we're going to be able to do it in one video if we have 2 Rumble matches. So, yeah, we're going to get creative. It's going to be a good time. But we're doing a 2-parter. So, basically the next 2 weeks, like next week and the week after that, there's going to be 3 episodes of Universe Mode on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, it should be as normal as possible. And then after that, we'll still continue on 3 days a week, I think, for at least the rest of June. So, my guess, if I had to make a conservative guess, we're going to be finishing out the Universe Mode sometime in July, at the rate we're going at. But I hope you all are enjoying the content and what you're getting, and I've been finding myself getting better slowly but surely at editing, or little things like that. And I hope you all appreciate it. I've been enjoying the ride so far, and thank you all so much for the constant support. Not to mention, if you all want a season 2, or if you want like my career universe mode type of thing that we had earlier with my female creative superstar, like, I'm cool with that too. We'll see where it goes. We'll see how things marinate, like that sort of thing. But we'll see. If there's another game that you all want me to play through, I'm cool with it, like a showcase mode type of experience, whatever the case might be. previous my careers, whatever. Like, leave any and all the comments down below. For the foreseeable future, at least, we're going to be focusing primarily on our Sims content, because that's going to be what's coming out, like, sooner rather than later. And also universe mode. So if you're into Sim stuff, like building and Let's Plays and all kinds of shenanigans, that's what we're going to be focusing our time and energy on. It's going to be all that content coming up. So it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be very unique and all kinds of good stuff. So I'm excited. I think you all should be excited as well. So yeah, apologies right there for going a little bit off topic, but here we are. We're at a 3 count. Oh god, my voice. So, yeah, for those of you that are keeping track at home, the match card is in the description down below for Takeover Cleveland. So it's going to be quite an interesting time, to say the least. We're at an 8 count. We're at a 9 count. And Anderson barely makes the 10 count back inside the ring. Alright, well, Anderson made it back inside the ring. We had a little bit of a production flub right there, to say the least. So that's been a good time. So yeah, there you go. Oh, and Gallows and Anderson literally steal one from the Street Profits right there, people. Y'all just saw that, right? I think they've got a claim to potentially be the next contender for the title. We'll see. Oh my god, what was that? I think somebody just slammed the door really loud outside, and yeah. I feel like I say that almost every video, but to be fair, I feel like it's all good. It's all good. But here we go. Gallows and Anderson literally steal one from the Street Profits right there. What a matchup either way. They might be in contention for the tag team titles. We'll see how that goes. They beat one of the two pairs of tag teams. We'll see how it all unfolds. But for now, congratulations to Anderson and Gallows here tonight. And the Celtic Warrior Sheamus is out here tonight. By the way, when the bar comes out for their entrance, I have to be very strategic in how I commentate and how we intro their entrances and stuff, but we'll talk about that in a second. You guys are about as supportive as the string quartet on the Titanic. Now that I have your attention, there's someone else's attention I'd like to get. Someone in the back who's been making it a habit to get up in my business. Or is it the other way around, Sheamus? Like, we got some questions that we need to ask ourselves here. This isn't the business I came up in. I can tell you that. I came up in a business where if you had an issue with someone, you hash it out right here in the ring like men. You didn't mouth off behind their back and hope they'd never call you out on it. That's not the way I operate, buddy. So guess what? I'm calling you out. Let's see what the Celtic Warrior has to say here today. I've had enough of this crap. I didn't work all my way to the top to the heap. What? To the top of the heap to have the answer to the 2-bit cheapskate knockoff superstars like this. Drew McIntyre, get your butt out here so I can give you the beating you've been... well, whatever that was. Oh my god. And the Champs music is playing right here tonight. Again, these two will face off at Takeover Cleveland. Look, okay, we need to just indulge a little bit in our hometowns. That is all. But Drew McIntyre on his way out to the ring here tonight to confront the #1 contender. Again, Sheamus winning a huge Fatal 4-Way matchup, but I believe it was way back when at Takeover Melbourne for an opportunity to face off against the champ, and he is cashing in on that opportunity at Takeover Cleveland. And the champ walking right on over to grab a microphone. Oh my god. After this, I am literally just going to practice voice rest and be a couch potato and just not deal with anything. Drew McIntyre, what's he going to say? Damn, it feels good to be out here. Nothing quite like the energy of a good WWE audience. The WWE Universe is the best set of fans in the world. You make this business all more worthwhile. Pandering to the fans, I mean, that's not the worst decision ever. Oh, this should be good. You really think you have what it takes to stand in this ring with me? You can talk, you can't talk, and you can't wrestle. You have no business being here, but go ahead. Let's see if you're good enough to hang. Let's see what McIntyre has to say here tonight. Stop right there. You had your time. This is my time now. This is my time to show the world what the best wrestler in the world looks like. The world deserves to experience the best, not just the rest. A man of few words, but quality over quantity. Do you know what separates you from me? When people hear my name, they immediately know to be afraid. They know to be in awe. They know that greatness is standing at their doorstep. When they hear your name, all they think is, who? Oh, Sheamus is literally poking at the champ here. That's not good, people. This is not good. You think that you want to test me, but the truth is you're really trying to test yourself. You want to know if you have what it takes to really be a big-time player. Spoiler alert, you don't, and you never will. Not in the cards for you. If I were you, I'd leave now while you can still walk. Let's see what Sheamus has to say here. Fight you? What makes you think that you would have that kind of clout? Everyone knows management will decide when and where a fight will take place, which will be this upcoming week at Takeover Cleveland. See what McIntyre says. Oh, the champ on the offense. Whoa. And McIntyre just going right after the number one contender, but the number one contender going right on the defense and back onto the offense here tonight. These two are going to clash at Takeover Cleveland, so it's going to be quite a treat to see. Just given the history, given everything, given their paths, it's going to be quite an interesting showdown to say the least. We've got a stacked card coming up for Takeover Cleveland, so get excited, go get your snacks, popcorn, all that good stuff. It's going to be a good show. I'm excited to just record it and have fun with it. I think you all should be too, but McIntyre back on the offense once again. Sheamus countering, ducking out of the way, huge knee to the back. This is a message that Drew McIntyre initially sent, but Sheamus is capitalizing on the opportunity here tonight. That is for certain. Oh my god. Let's see what McIntyre has to say over here. Oh, and a huge suplex onto Sheamus. What an interesting development that we've had here tonight between these two, to say the least. Holy crap. What a showing we've had from these two right here tonight in general. So it's going to be interesting to see what all unfolds, but McIntyre gets the last say-so here tonight as the referee pulls him away from the number one contender, Sheamus. And people, we're going to get Sheamus challenging the NXT champion, Drew McIntyre, at Takeover Cleveland this upcoming Thursday. Get your snacks, get your popcorn. It's going to be one heck of a ride. But let's continue on with some more Queen of the Ring action. Queen of the Ring action. There we go. That's how we say things. And here we go, everyone. We are back with our first round of Queen of the Ring action here tonight. Dakota Kai and Asuka going at one-on-one here tonight.
The contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Auckland, New Zealand, Dakota Kai.
And here we go, Dakota Kai making an appearance here tonight. You know, here in the tournament. Y'all, I swear I can talk. My voice is just acting up, and like, it's been a time. It has certainly been a time. But we have Dakota Kai here tonight going one-on-one against Asuka. It's going to be quite an interesting matchup. Asuka, of course, the Empress of Tomorrow, and a former NXT Women's Champion, of course, the previous champion, before losing the NXT Women's Championship to Christina Jacobs, our current champion, who will be taking on Mia Yim at Takeover Cleveland in her hometown. So there you have it. But will Dakota Kai take one step closer to becoming queen of the ring? Will she go from being a captain to a queen, or will the Empress of Tomorrow become the Queen of Tomorrow?
From Osaka, Japan, Asuka!
I feel like Empress and Queen, like, they sound similar, but I feel like they aren't. You know what I mean? It's like one of those weird questions that I have that I'm literally about to Google search right here. Alright, we're gonna get the real answers here from... Okay, well, Google understands me. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is interesting. So apparently... this is interesting. Alright, my apologies, I'm getting really, like, warped into this Google search rabbit hole. And I probably shouldn't be, but here we are. But, yeah, we're gonna see. So I guess it boils down to power, which I feel like sounds about accurate, maybe? You would think that I would know this because I majored in political science. But here we are. Here we are, people. But to be fair, like, you have to learn how to find information, like, that sort of thing. I guess there's some sort of, like, overlap. If anybody has any insights as to, like, you know, king versus emperor or queen versus empress, please leave that in the description down below. So I guess one... I don't know. Apparently there's also dual titles now, so I don't know. We're not gonna... I feel like we should be thinking more into this and doing more research into this, but if Asuka continues onward in the tournament, we're gonna figure this out. Dakota Kai, huge kick to Asuka. Dakota Kai's been having a pretty decent run on NXT in recent weeks, like, if we've been kind of seeing things right. But Asuka looking for redemption any way that she could, and you know what? Winning this first round matchup could prove to be quite handy for Asuka. The winner of this matchup will take on the winner of Rhea Ripley and Ronda Rousey, which will be our main event here tonight. They are outside of the ring right here. Again, there must be a winner, and if it goes to a count-out finish, well, we're just gonna restart this thing. So that's where we're at, people. That is where we are at. Referee's at a 4 count. So whoever wins this match will take on either Rhea Ripley or Ronda Rousey. So could be quite an interesting time to say the least. That matchup, it looks like, according to my bracket, that's going to take place in 2 episodes from now, so excluding the Takeover event. So just giving you a little bit of a disclaimer. Referee's at an 8 count. Referee's at a 9 count. Well, that happened. Asuka outsmarted Dakota Kai here tonight.
Here is your winner, Asuka!
I guess starting with, like, our next episode, which should be on Monday, I guess we won't have countouts in place or something. That's what I'm hearing from the headset to avoid this stuff. But here we are, people. So there you go. Asuka will be taking on the winner of tonight's main event. Either it's going to be Rhea Ripley or Ronda Rousey. Of course, Asuka and Ronda Rousey had a matchup at a previous Takeover event. We've had a number of them, but they've had one. So, wouldn't be the first time they met, but it should be an interesting clash if they have to meet once again. So, again, starting on Monday's episode, there will be no countouts. in these matchups going forward, just so that we get a decisive winner, that sort of thing. But let's continue onward and upward. Alright, it looks like Big E is backstage here tonight, of course, saving Xavier Woods, and they've had some tension the last couple of weeks here. Looks like Big E wants to form a tag team once again. And here we go, people. Our main event here tonight. Rhea Ripley taking on Ronda Rousey. Go get your popcorn ready for this matchup. This is going to be one match that we're not going to forget anytime soon. Here we go, people.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Adelaide, Australia, Rhea Ripley.
So, yeah, also, I forgot to share why I got a copyright thing a couple of episodes ago. So, apparently if you have the bars entrance in your game, in any shape or form, that includes, like, you know, if you include the Trons on for a certain length of time without any sort of commentary or anything, then, well, it gets flagged. So, I don't think it counts as a strike per se, but just as a claim. And it'll just kind of label it underneath a really random episode of, like, SmackDown or Raw. It's really weird. I wish I could have screen captured it, but here we are. Here we are, people.
From Venice, California, the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey.
This is going to be one crazy main event. I can sense this already. Rhea Ripley trying to have her breakout moment here on NXT. Ronda Rousey, of course. Well, Rhea Ripley was in the title contention for a little while earlier on in the series. Ronda Rousey popping on up, and then, well, she's kind of been floundering since that mixed tag team match when she teamed up with Roman Reigns a little while ago. So she's been kind of like trying to find her footing once again. But will the baddest woman on the planet become the baddest queen of the planet? Or will Rhea Ripley claim the throne? We're going to find out. The winner of this matchup will take on Asuka in 2 weeks' time, / 2 episodes' time. So that would be, what, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday's episode. Like, not tomorrow's episode, but like a week from Wednesday. I think that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds right. So it should be a very interesting matchup, to say the least, but I hope you all are enjoying this. Again, we have a blank copy of the first half of the bracket. Yeah, we have the first half of the bracket on a clean slate, and then we will also have a spoiler version. Then once the full bracket is up, we will have a blank full bracket for you to fill out starting on Monday, and we will also have an updated full bracket as like the spoiler bracket, so to speak. So we'll have like 2 versions of it in case if you want to follow along. Again, this is one of the... I enjoy a good bracket, okay? Like, I live in Kentucky. I enjoy myself a good bracket. Either way around, Ronda Rousey getting a 1 count right there. Whew. But I've enjoyed the crap out of this episode. Lots of twists and turns as we head into Takeover Cleveland. So there you have it. I'm excited, and I think you all are going to be quite excited as well. It's a stacked card. The match card is down in the description down below. Officially, Big E and Xavier Woods, their matchup in an Extreme Rules match that they had against each other, is also turned into a tag team Extreme Rules match. So the New Day is, again, they had some fractures, some major fractures, but they are back as a trio. Rhea Ripley, huge move onto Ronda Rousey. And I know this was more of me just commenting on just everything going on in the series, but I think we need some of those every now and then in our series, just to keep everybody in the loop of things. Right? So, I mean, we made it to 31 episodes. I don't know. I mean, we've got one Takeover event. We have a Worlds Collide event, and that's going to be in 2 parts. We have episodes, like, very roughly mapped out for, like, the next 4 episodes, and that's just Queen of the Ring stuff. So, I hope you all are enjoying this. I hope you like the idea of a Queen of the Ring. It's like a little tournament thing that we've got going on. I know it's going to be dominating much of the next couple of episodes, but I think it's kind of worth it, you know, to showcase some new talent and talent that we haven't seen, give some fresh matchups, like that sort of thing. That's kind of the goal here. No worries, we'll do possibly we'll do a tag team version of it, like a, you know, a classic or something like that. Or we'll do like a King of the Ring type of thing. I think that could be pretty fun too. We'll see where it goes. But we will have one more takeover event between. We'll have a takeover event between the Worlds Collide event and our WrestleMania show. It'll be like literally halfway through the two. Just because I think we only need the one show. Like, we don't need three. We do not need 3 and 4 pay-per-view events between Rumble and WrestleMania. I know, like, the traditionalists and some might be, oh, well, we don't need any. We need the build to Mania. Well, that's just going to drag out in some cases. So, I think at least one show should be good. That way it kind of helps establish, like, the direction with where we're going and that sort of thing. But Rhea Ripley is in control right here in this matchup. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Again, the winner of this matchup will take on Asuka not next week, but in 2 weeks / 2 episodes. What is she looking for? I think she's looking for it. And Rhea Ripley hits the Riptide. Could this be it? And Ronda Rousey kicks out of the Riptide. Holy crap, Ronda frickin' Rousey, that is all. Oh! Huge counter. Ronda Rousey back on the offense once again. Ronda Rousey's coming back. Clothesline. And another huge clothesline right there. Going right in for the cover. Very wise strategy from Rousey. And a kick out from Ripley. What's Ronda looking for here? I think she's looking for it. Oh, God. And going right into the cover right there. Rhea Ripley kicks out. I almost said counters, but to be fair, you can counter a pinfall attempt, right? Like, that's a thing. Oh, I don't like this. I think Ronda's looking for it. Rousey's going for it. And Rousey hits the Piper's Pit right into a bridge pin. And Ronda Rousey will take on Asuka in a couple weeks' time here on NXT. What a matchup between these two here tonight. Rhea Ripley brought it all, but in the end, it was the Piper's Pit from Ronda Rousey. And a pinfall attempt, no less. Ronda usually wins by submission, but the fact that she had to win by pinfall kind of shows a little bit of potential desperation, but we'll find out. But Ronda Rousey versus Asuka coming up in 2 episodes' time again. That'll be the following Wednesday. Should be quite interesting. So that'll be on the June 10th episode, if we're all keeping track at home. So it should be... That episode's also going to have Natalya versus Bianca Belair, Naomi and Ember Moon. Should be fun. But here we are, Ronda Rousey picking up a huge win here tonight in the Queen of the Ring tournament. And there you have it, people. That is our go-home episode of Takeover Cleveland, as we've sort of called it at this point. I said yeah, we're just going to use Cleveland, just because I think it'd be fun. Either way, I'm excited for Thursday's show. You all should be excited as well. Leave a comment down below as to what match you're looking forward to the most, and who you predict, based off of this first half of the tournament bracket, who you want to see win in this tournament. The first half is looking pretty decent so far. We'll have Ronda Rousey versus Asuka, and then the winner of the Io Shirai and Candice LeRae match will take on Bayley in a few episodes as well. So we'll start to see more of the second half of the bracket starting in our following episodes. But I'm excited to see where all this goes. Like, give me some popcorn. Either way around, we had a lot of developments going into TakeOver as well. So, Big E, Xavier Woods, they're on good terms once again. They're taking on AOP in that Extreme Rules match. The tag team titles will be unified. We'll have a women's championship matchup We will also have an NXT Championship matchup. The Intercontinental Championship will be defended. All the titles are on the line, and we will also see Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe in a matchup. Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar will see who the most dominant man is in NXT through a no-holds-barred match and all kinds of good stuff. So again, all those matches are in the description down below, along with the tournament bracket, at least for the first half, because I don't want to give spoilers or anything like that, or potential spoilers, that sort of thing. So on that happy note, thank you all so much for tuning in. Who do you all want to see as Queen of the Ring, and who and what match are you looking forward to the most at Takeover Cleveland? So on that happy note, thank you all so much for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment, do all that fun stuff here on YouTube, and click on all the links down below, including Twitch. I should be streaming today, let's hope so. Either way around, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.